Recovering Queen. The Queen fan podcast where we talk about and play the songs we love. With Jay, Matt, and Ian.
Welcome to Recovering Queen, the Queen podcast where we take a famous or not so famous Queen song, do a cover version of the Queen song, and then talk about what we've learned about the methods and the madness of the greatest band the world has ever seen in the world of all time, ever. Queen. My name's Ian, and with me, as ever, are Jay and Matt. Good evening, gentlemen.
Evening, gentlemen.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
And I've
guys.
got big news tonight.
What's this?
Well, I believe this is a first for Recovering Queen.
Because
Go
it's
ahead, go on.
This is
There's been some sort of mistake.
I have not been able to find any other band, artist, and I've extensively searched like 2 Google pages and ChatGPT. I cannot find anyone else who's covered this track apart from Recovering Queen.
Wow.
Oh my
Crikey, well,
God.
is that a surprise? Well, let's chat about the track and find out.
Yeah, because Paul Rodgers and Adam Lambert haven't done it either, have they? And the Foo Fighters haven't done it in some weird parody.
Yeah.
I couldn't find anyone.
Right.
No. That's very interesting. Yeah, be interesting. Yeah, I guess we should ask the listeners if they know of a version to
I wonder if our
tweet
friends
it
in
to us.
Australia, Queen Rocks, have ever done this in one of their live shows. Maybe they'll let us know in the comments.
Yeah, there's quite a few tribute bands that have been reaching out to us as well, so maybe they do it as well.
Unusual though, really unusual. I can't think of any other Queen song that hasn't been covered.
It's unbelievable if that was the case, Jay. I can't believe it is the case, but I know what you mean, because I was looking. I mean, there certainly isn't any on Spotify, because I looked. I did look as well. There is 2 versions of this song. Do you know what the other version is?
It was the rock
Rocks
mix,
version.
wasn't it, of
Yeah,
Queen
yeah.
Rocks.
The primary difference.
With too many clues now. I mean, if you can't get it from that.
Oh,
We
actually
haven't even said what. Yeah.
Let's keep up the myth of the mystery of what the episode's about.
Yeah.
We are, of course, talking about I Can't Live With You, the Brian May classic
Oh, there's been some sort of mistake.
solo album. No, it wasn't. It was kept away from his solo album, wasn't it? And put on a Queen album instead. Virtually unchanged, I imagine.
Do you know what? You can tell it's a guitarist song because it's a drum machine, obviously, on this. And you can tell it is because all the fill-ins are like your really classic, crappy fill-ins that a guitarist thinks is a good fill-in.
I mean, let's just dive in straight away. The drums are probably one of the worst things ever put to
On a Queen album. Yeah.
On a Queen. I mean, they are just absolutely appalling.
What do you think of because the Rocks version does have Roger on drums. So what do you think of that version?
I think it's even worse.
I actually think it might be worse.
Because it's like they haven't done that much different other than layered some stuff. It sounds like they've just
made it more of a mess.
A bit over. It's more of a mess. So it's like it was, but more so. I don't really understand it.
And
to be honest,
also,
I know.
it's a classic case of not really thinking about the lyrics, because the heavier you make something, the more aggressive it is. And the lyrics, therefore, are really problematic at that point. It starts to get a bit red flaggy, doesn't it? It's like, if you're thinking it was an argument between a man and a woman, and suddenly it's really aggressive. It's not quite right, is it? So I think that's what irks me a little bit about the rockier. It's the wrong type of lyric.
It's not
the wrong
really,
type
it's
the wrong type of lyrics and melody to be a rock song.
I agree. But what I find bizarre is it's like Brian must have heard U2's with or Without You and thought, I'm going to extrapolate backwards. It's not all there, but I'm going to do my own version of this, because I mean, essentially, is that not just the same essence of the song?
I think U2's with or Without You is about an infinitely better song lyrically.
Different class of songwriting, isn't it?
Yeah, it's probably, isn't there I mean, it's really from the classic "women can't live with them, can't live without them" quote, isn't it? Really,
Andy Capp.
I don't think it was Andy Capp. I think it was a Dutch philosopher, Desiderius Erasmus. In fact,
Popularised
by Andy Capp.
Andy Capp. For the younger listeners, Andy Capp was a popular comic strip in the UK in the 60s and the 70s.
But what's amazing, it appears in Family Guy. Andy Capp. He does. Yeah, he does. He does Lois's inspection.
Wow, we're learning tonight.
Yeah. Another Queen reference from Family Guy. Yeah. However tangential.
Yeah.
He goes, yeah, this is a Queen reference because Jay will mention Andy Capp on Recovering Queen. Amazing. Didn't think we were going to get there. I tell you where we could go. It's another one of the. It's Banana Man Returns. There's another section in it that I can't. It reminds me of the Banana Man theme tune. That I can't live with you. I can't live with
back
you.
To Matt's classic section of the Recovering Queen now. What sounds like Banana Man?
Well,
yes.
I tell you what.
By popular demand, to be honest.
Well, to be fair, Sam Swallow contacted me to say that I was right, that there is actually a connection between which song was it again? Scandal and Banana Man, and he was going to show me. And so we'll have to wait for an episode with Sam back on so he can show us that connection.
Well, we are expecting him back soon. Maybe we can have a little aside.
I literally can't wait for that.
It's funny because to me it feel I'm not sure about the Banana Man because I can't remember the theme tune or the bit that you're referring to, but it almost feels like this is born out of a sort of One Vision kind of feel where it's like the full Queen sound, the big harmonies. It's as though they're trying. This is trying to be the kind of One Vision for this album, which
it just isn't, though, is it?
I think No, it isn't. It lands well short of that. But that's the sort of impression I have of it.
But with One Vision, it's a rock song and it's got a rock melody and it's got a kind of rock pulse to it. This is too jaunty. It feels like a sort of TV theme music that's gone.
It really
jaunty.
Does, doesn't it? If this was an instrumental, it could back any 80s detective show on BBC.
No, absolutely. And it's too upbeat as well. And the upbeatness of it kind of also just it's a bit cringe. It's so dad rock, and it's even with the kind of, because you can imagine like your dad coming in with women, you can't live with them, you can't live without them, and he's got it as a bumper sticker on his Ford Capri, and there he is with his dad rock record on. It is that, isn't it? It almost kind of it's so cringy.
But it's interesting listening to Ian's version though, because that immediately takes away, because I actually quite like this song, and it takes away that rhythmic. I think for me it's the rhythmic chorus, the da 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 da.
Yeah.
Da 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 da. I just find it really
offensive.
Well, it's just annoying.
Particularly the way the drums do that. As well. It's like, no.
Yeah. And then, I mean, what really gets me early on in the song is Brian's, because it just sounds totally Brian for the "I can't live with you," and it's that Brian May shaky head into the camera take
with his claw, with his fist.
With his vocals, and I just really don't like how he sings it.
No, it's
really staccato, really.
It's very Roger. Roger gets a lot of airtime on that, doesn't he? As well, the vocal wise, it was like compensating for the fact of like, I know I've put a drum machine on this, Roger, but you'll get to sing loads of vocals.
Is Roger in the vocals? I can only hear Brian.
No, I hear Roger quite a bit. I mean, it's a Brian melody for sure, and sort of led by Brian. But I think so.
I mean, I absolutely love the bits with. I think it's the line "Love is saying, baby, it's all right." I think they're really lovely.
There's some beautiful melodies. They're just they're just not. They're just incongruous, aren't they, to the actual feel of everything going on.
Yeah, I think this is a pretty decent song. I could just do without the chorus going da 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 all the time. I think without that, I think you're looking at quite a good track.
And the jaunty rhythm, though. Yeah, I mean, if it can't have that quasi triplety feel for me. And
it's
get any form of power or aggression or.
Yeah, it's too saccharine, isn't it? Like the sort of jauntiness and the sort of over melodic nature of it. Because I do love the melodies. There's no two ways about it. The bridge melody is gorgeous. It's hooky. I mean, the chorus is it's too root one. It's back to that thing of Brian doing that thing of finding a lyrical thing to say and then just thinking you can just say that with a bit of harmony on it in the chorus, and that's your chorus done. Scandal, scandal, I can't live with you, rushing headlong. It's like, no, you can't. Just, it's like, particularly in this later canon. I mean, just think how good Brian was at writing heavy rock songs in the sort of early part of Queen, and then where it's gone now. I mean, we did Prophet Song quite recently, and imagine putting this against Prophet Song. It just seems like it can't be the same person that's writing it.
No, absolutely. It's a strange.
No, but it is a great performance by Freddie again. You can't take anything away from
beautiful
vocals. Yeah. It just he's still absolutely fantastic.
Well,
it's still late on. And the ad libs as well. I love hearing. There's nothing better than listening to Freddie ad lib.
There's some great ad libs, all the way through.
Because that's more like jazz, isn't it? It's more like a free form thing that just pops out. It doesn't have the, it's not overworked in any way. It's just a natural expression coming off the song. And I don't think there's anything better than listening to Freddie do an ad lib. And there's a few, and he hits a really high note actually just before the end of the track, which is quite nice.
I think there's too many ad libs though. That where he does that, I think there's been some mistake and other lines like there's too many of those kinds of lines in there.
But the lyrics aren't really giving him much else to do,
to hang
are
on.
they? That we're all sinning against ourselves. That particularly, I found that very hard to sing.
And the lyric,
to get it out. Oh.
Yeah. Love turns to hater on this escalator.
Oh, dear me. What is that?
But again, that's very ahead of its time. I mean, I don't remember the phrase hater only came into my world, 5 years ago with social media, Taylor Swift and so on. I hadn't really heard the phrase hater before, but here Queen are talking about haters in the 90s. Again, it's very unsubstantiated. Unsubstantiated data.
So, but presumably the whole thing is a May and David Richards production, isn't it? Because it's got the synths and it's got the drum machine written all over it. I mean, do you think Roger was even bothered? Was he even fine? Yeah.
It's hard to say, isn't it? But clearly Roger wasn't fussed about putting a real drums on, but he must have. I mean, maybe it was a real late addition to the album, because actually you can hear, although Freddie puts in a stunning performance, he has got that new Freddie vocal sound that's really only apparent on Innuendo. That, and obviously caused by illness. His vocal range doesn't seem to suffer from anything because of it, but certainly the kind of thickness and chestiness of his voice has kind of gone.
But do you think that's also, Matt? It's like, he is older as well, isn't he, at this point? He's in his 40s.
But I think older singers tend to go more sort of chesty than they would.
They tend to lose the top end of the range, don't they? And
whereas he's done like almost the opposite. So, but it's hard to say. I mean, who knows? I mean, I know Freddie had real problems with his voice in terms of he didn't really look after it in the early part, and therefore sort of suffered from not, because he couldn't do a lot of it live night in night out. So he had to plenty of rest. But yeah, God knows what's going on with. But I think this is fairly late, and so therefore it's probably something that Brian's been working on, like you said, for his solo album, and then it's like, well, we need tracks, give this a go, Freddie. And Freddie, pulls out the stops and does some absolutely amazing vocal work on it. And it's like, well, it becomes a Queen song, but it's good enough to put out as is, which is a little bit disappointing, is it, just saying it like that? But there we go.
There's a lot of love for this track.
Really?
the love for it is definitely there amongst Queen fans. I was a little surprised, but some people were talking about one of the, possibly one of the best songs, but certainly, a deep cut that was, in fact, I saw one comment is somebody said, you can come back to me, in 30 years time, but at some point this is going to come out and this is going to blow up big time. And then people will see, that's how good it is, which, I find staggering, but, things change, don't they?
They do.
Maybe
passions change.
Maybe someone will be playing the Eye or whatever it was called and find the instrumental version and it will spin out of control from that because it'll end up on a meme somewhere. You just never know.
No, you don't.
I'm fairly convinced that I don't think this is going. I do like your scouring through the YouTube comments to see what people say about it. I mean, most of the comments I've seen about it are just what a good vocal performance Freddie puts in.
Yeah,
and I think that's kind of that's where I'm at with it. I think it is really good as a sort of Freddie piece of singing, and there's some great melodies in there. There's something about it that's quite good to listen to. You'd have to be in a bit of a weird mood to listen to it, though. Like, put it on. Might be all right if you're really drunk.
I haven't listened. I was just going to say I haven't listened to it for 30 years. I seriously haven't. I put it on. I didn't know what to expect earlier on because I remember the song that went da 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 da. I remember that, and I thought I'd skip.
Which one of his solo albums would have this been on?
Well, I guess the Back to the Light. I
would
guess, yeah.
And in the context of that album, it probably would have been one of the best tracks.
It would have blown it all away, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Although it's hard to say with Brian's kind of faux rock voice whether it would have just made it even more unbearable. I just don't know.
Well, I was thinking because obviously we gave Back to the Light quite a rum scoring.
So
I was firm, but I was just trying to imagine where this would fit in if it had been on that album.
It would be undoubtedly one of the better tracks on the album. I think.
Yeah, I think you might be right.
I think so, and that was probably why when the rest of the Queen guys heard it, they said, "Oh no, let's get that on Innuendo."
There was one bit in this song that was driving me insane what it reminded me of, sort of near the end where it goes do 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 do. And of course that's My Baby Just Cares for Me by Nina Simone. It's like what a weird thing to have in the
and it's about a billion other things as well, that descending.
But I mean it's kind of like the most famous for it though, isn't it? It's absolutely almost identical to that one. It's but it kind of makes it like a Christmas song, or it just makes it even more banal somehow and cheesy.
Yeah, it really majors it up at the end, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah, I can live with you. It's like what even is the emotion in this song? Is it I can't live with you? Or is it, I can live with you, da, 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 da. It's like, what?
I think it's both, isn't it? It's trying to hold two ideas in your head at the same time. Yeah. But, I think we all come to this point if you're in a band or, in a relationship, it's a common thing, isn't it? It's just like, you're driving me crazy, but my need for love and, all the rest of it. It's a very common human experience, and I like the fact that they've sort of written about that.
Yeah, but it's or at least it's isn't it the most trite of all human experiences? Isn't it it's like sometimes I just don't get on with the people I love. I mean, it's like you can't. It's not like that's never come to someone's mind before. This is why I go back to my it's a bumper sticker, isn't it? Almost. It's there's nothing more profound than a bumper sticker going on here.
It's hard to hard to.
This is coming from the guy that wrote 39 and the complexities of mourning one's own children because you've time traveled or one's own ancestors.
Well, essentially wrote the plot for what's it called? Interstellar. Yeah.
But people. I have heard people talking about this track as if it was some sort of allegory for Freddie and his condition as well. I've heard that. Can't live with you, can't live without you. I guess maybe the band often had their arguments over the years, didn't they? And it's something you can put a lot of stuff on this, I suppose.
I think isn't it? It was his tumultuous relationship with Anita Dobson as it first started, because they kind of broke up a few times, didn't they? When they first started dating.
Can you imagine every time they broke up, with Brian went,
I can't live with you.
Well, I was actually doing the EastEnders theme tune.
Oh,
Yeah, it could be.
Well, maybe that's the secret.
No, that's where he's got
that's
it
the
from.
secret sauce, isn't it? That it's the da 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 is as inappropriate as the bizarre fill-in at the beginning of the EastEnders theme tune.
Yeah, it could be.
Da, 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 never worked out the count for that. It's a bit like the Led Zeppelin Rock and Roll. Very difficult to get the count of what John Bonham's actually doing to bring it in on the one. Same with the EastEnders drum solo
Theme tune. Not the same with this track, however.
No, it isn't. It isn't the same. Same with this. So I've done it I've done an interpretation, as you guys heard it. I've done it in this in the same style of the Britpop band I Am Seven. Yeah,
nice.
the London boys. Check them out
out.
on the Spotify if you like some good stuff out there. Favourite of Bob Geldof, extensively played on XFN back in the day at the height of Britpop.
I think they didn't they cover White Queen as well.
I think they did.
I believe they did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So well worth a listen to those plucky London youngsters. Well, they were youngsters back then anyway. Yes, I've done it as if I Am Seven was doing this.
Shameless, Ian. That was shameless.
To see that. To see how they might have done it back in there.
Yeah,
and I like it.
I
like
do
it.
actually really like it. Yeah,
I think it ameliorates some of that staccato guitars that puts me off, and I think, as is for me nearly always the case, you interpret a song or you look at it and you dissect it, and lo and behold, there is something great in there, and I think that is the case with this track as well. I think there's still something very beautiful and it's character. There's something in there.
There is a song there.
It's not rubbish. Is
there
it?
is a song there. I mean, if a student brings it in at my place and they were playing it, it would be, oh, that's a really good song. We definitely would be praising it. I think a lot of the time our conversations is because we're talking about Freddie Mercury, Brian May, John Deacon, and Roger Taylor. It's these are behemoths.
Queen we're talking about.
In the same way, if it was Lennon and McCartney had written it, and it would be like, that's not one of John Lennon's best songs.
Yeah.
and Lennon's done probably worse songs than this.
Probably, yeah.
Oh,
but
Brian's done worse songs than this.
Yeah. But they've both done better songs.
So, I couldn't have done a standard cover on it. I had to go dig in and reinterpret it just to see if there was something there. For me, it's definitely...
It'd be very hard to
definitely better than I've ever thought it was before. So, should we get to the scoring then, gentlemen? Matt, where are you going with this one?
Mm-hmm. It's quite a hard one for me, this one, because I think I did enjoy it when I listened to it today, because it's got so many melodies. It is a good song in there. There is a good song in there, but it's so stupidly long. There's so many little bits in it that are totally unnecessary and could have been edited down a little bit. And I mean, ultimately, it's a little bit shit. So I think I'm going to go with 4.
Right, I'll go next so we can finish on a
4.
high with Jay's scoring. I absolutely can't bear this song. The da-da-da-da-da-da, Brian's performance on his vocals, the lyrics, the drum programming. Oh my God, you got Roger Taylor in the band, for goodness sake. But it is better than I thought. So it's going to get a 2 from me.
Oh, how many more points did it get? Did it only gain the extra point
for being a bit better than
after doing the cover?
Yeah. I've got no time for it at all. Jay, where are you going with it?
2.
Wow. Well, I mean, I was going to go 10, but I feel stupid now. No, clearly
it's definitely up there.
No, I get rid of that phrasing, and I think you're looking at a fairly good song.
Get rid of the chorus.
Get rid of the chorus. Get something else in there. I mean, it is. I do find it confusing as well with what Matt said about the sentiment, because it is essentially joyful. The music's saying joy, and the guitar solo lifts and they, hey, celebrate. It's like celebrate this slightly odd feeling of, I'm not sure, which is incongruous. So it is confusing. It is a mess, I think, but I love Freddie's voice on it. If Freddie's got some melodies in there, I'm never going to be marking anything down too low. You know me. So it's a decent effort at 6, I'd say.
There we go. I think there will be a big mix with the Twitter scores on this one. I can't see it scoring many 9s and 10s, but perhaps not so many as low as I've given it as well.
Oh, I'm sure that, but I think there will be quite a few people. There will be the haters. There'll be lovers and haters on our Twitter escalator.
It's like I was going to say, I can see some 10s, but I can see some 0s. I can't see some 5s.
It's all about the dichotomy of life, is it, Jay? That profound thought.
I can't see a 10, but I can see a 0. No,
I can't 10.
6.
I can 10.
I agree. There's going to be a mix. People that grew up with Queen in the 80s are going to still love this track. I think that's what the conclusion we've come to.
It's not a classic. But anyway, I think the listeners will enjoy Ian's version, so we should play it post haste. So here it is, Ian's version of. Oh, before I forget, I noticed a big mistake on the official YouTube channel. The Queen official YouTube channel calls it "I Can't Live Without You," and that's the Queen official channel. Yeah. Anyway, here's Ian's version of the officially named song, I Can't Live With You.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time. I'm walking a fine line between hope and despair. You may think that I don't care, but I traveled a long road to get hold of my sorrow. Tried to catch a dream, but nothing's what it seems. Love is saying, baby, it's alright, when deep inside you're really petrified. Lover turns to hater on this escalator. I can't live with you, but I can't live without you. I can't breathe if you stay, but I can't bear you to go away. I don't know what time it is, all I know is I can't live with you. We're stuck in a bad place, we're trapped in a rat race, and we can't escape. Maybe there's been some mistake. We're trying to make a high score, we're walking through a closed door. Nobody's winning, we're just sinning against ourselves.